NDLEA intercepts 2.3 million tablets of opioids going to 7 northern states. Arrests grandpa who ships illicit drugs to daughter in Dubai. Ohanaeze Ndigbo leaders disagree over Tinubu Atiku Obi. Ogun Cargo Airport to accommodate commercial flights, says Abiodun. Dogara petitions IGP alleges threats to life. Investigation ongoing, says police. Withholding of $600 million trapped funds can affect foreign investment in Nigeria, says Foreign Airlines president. $480 million curricular refund. Governors release names of consultants, amounts collected. Say $100 million not collected to finance elections. Its apparent consultants can't refund money paid to them, spokesman. Resident doctors extend strike ultimatum by 2 weeks. Sanu Nasu can't run universities without ASU, says vice chancellors. How COVID-19 insecurity render businesses inactive in 17 free trade zones. Electronic transmission of election result has come to stay, says INEC. And on sport, Joshua regrets furious reaction to loss. UFC welterweight title, I will bounce back, says Usman. Award Liverpool 3 points if Man United fans stage protest, says club. This and many more after this break.
International School, Cali. Oh yes, at D'Amico College of Health and Science and D'Amico Montessori International School, located at number 1, Old Ibadan Road, Ajebandele, Ile-Ife. We have a standard classrooms with unmatched staff and pupil ratio. We develop each student's intelligence through caring and all-round focused training while making the learning style very inviting and innovative for holistic development. We run a global school with all-inclusive curriculum that prepare the students for global relevance. At D'Amico Schools, we have highly passionate and motivated 21st century educators, and there is also an opportunity of learning foreign languages. Home away from home body system. There is also Hope Model College and D'Amico Montessori Nursery and Primary Schools at Origo Ife North. Enroll your child for both primary and secondary education. The admission form can be obtained at D'Amico Montessori International School, number 1, Old Ibadan Road, Ajebandele, Ile-Ife, or D'Amico Educational Institute, Kilometer 2, Eda Road, Ile-Ife. You can visit our website www.d'amicoschools.ng.com or call 0803 721 8120. D'Amico Schools. Admission is in progress.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Headlines Today, 22nd of August 2022. My name is Ulushola Egbodofo. The 36 state governors under the aegis of the Nigerian Governors Forum on Sunday unveiled the identities of the 6 consultants requesting for the payment of controversial $418.894 million per club refund. According to the forum, the breakdown of the $418.954 million showed that net Monin Nwoko demanded for $68,658.83 million, while others also demanded for $159 million. The governor's position was convened in a 3-page statement entitled NGF's Response to Ned Miniru Nwoko's press statement dated August 20, 2022, issued by NGF's Director of Media and Public Affairs Abdulrazak Bello Makindo, who dismissed allegations that the forum demanded for $100 million to finance elections, while frowning on the role allegedly played by the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, to ensure the payments of the $418 million to The consultant, the NGL spokesman, argued that the antics being adopted by the consultants was because it is obvious, as the consultants are not in a position to restore the funds paid to them back to the states if they lost on appeal. Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi has said the people of the state will witness the beauty of continuity in government in the incoming administration of Biodun Yebanji to be inaugurated on October 16. Fayemi made this known on Sunday while speaking at the 2022 Indiroko festival in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, saying that the governor-elect would continue and build on the success of his administration. The governor explained that his administration in the last 4 years had initiated life-impacting projects across the state, especially in the state capital, noting that Oyebanji, who was part of his government, would deliver on his campaign promises to the people, while congratulating the Ewe of Ado-Ekiti Oba Adeyemo Adejugbe on the occasion of this year's anniversary Uduroko Festival after 2 years hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Fayemi lauded the efforts of the traditional ruler and the peace being enjoyed in the state capital and support to the administration.
Former Aviation Minister and Chieftain of All Progressive Congress APC, Femi Fani-Kayode, has explained why he is drumming support for the presidential bid for the party's standard bearer, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and his running mate, Kashim Shettima. He equally called on Nigerians to join him in supporting the former Lagos State governor. Fani-Kayode, in a LinkedIn post on his verified Facebook page, explained why it is expedient for Nigerians to support Tinubu. Speaking on the Muslim ticket, he dismissed the threats and rumor that the country will be Islamized. According to him, this is a golden opportunity for a genuine and sincere national rebirth, and Nigerians must not take it for granted, as it is indeed a massive breakthrough.
The efforts of the administration of Governor Adeboye Ogatala in maintaining and sustaining the tempo of peaceful coexistence, religious harmony, social tranquility, security of lives and property of the citizens have received commendation. The founder of Mercy Prayer Ministry worldwide of the Cherubim and Seraphim, Prophet Moses Kasali, lauded the governor for prioritizing the security and general well-being of the people of the state. The clergyman, who attributed the reign of peace in the state to the noble character and meek nature of the governor, expressed satisfaction with the manner the state has been governed under his watch. Professor Kasali gave the commendation while delivering his homily at the grand finale of the 5-day crusade tagged Help from Above at the Nelson Mandela Freedom Park, Osogbo. The cleric noted that the purpose of the crusade and the state was to further seek the face of God for continuous peace, unity, and stability of the state, noting that Osun had distinguished itself among experts in the area of security and peaceful coexistence. Addressing the congregation, Governor Adeboye Ogatala implored residents of the state to continue to be law-abiding in their daily conduct and the interest of peace and stability of the state.
Osun State chapter of All Progressive Congress APC has condemned the gruesome murder of another chieftain of the party at Akpomu in Ishokan local government council area of the state, barely 1 month after the July 16th governorship election. In a statement issued by his media advisor Kola Olabisi in Osogbo, the state capital, the state chairman of the APC, Prince Boyega Famodu, stated that the recent occurrences in the state have become excessively since past 1 month. The statement quoted Prince Famodun, who was apparently disturbed, as describing the killing of the 48-year-old APC chieftain Kazim Ali, popularly known as Kekere Pasuma, from Ward 6, who performed actively during the last governorship election as callous and highly condemnable. It alleged that some gunmen, allegedly sponsored by some stalwarts of the opposition party, killed the APC chieftain on Saturday, adding that the deceased, who was the chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW) in the local government, had been receiving a series of death threats since the conclusion of the gubernatorial election. According to one of the three wives, Mrs. Jamila Tali, the incident happened at Oke Afa around RCM Missionary House in Akpomu when her husband was coming back home from work.
Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project (SHERAP) has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to urgently instruct Mr. Lai Mohammed, Minister of Information and Culture, and the National Broadcasting Commission to urgently withdraw the threat to revoke the licenses of the 53 broadcast stations in the country over alleged failure to renew their licenses. The NBC had last week revoked the licenses of the 53 broadcast stations and threatened to shut down their operations within 24 hours over alleged 2.6 million naira debt. The NBC has now asked the stations to pay all outstanding license fees on or before August 23, that is tomorrow, or be shut down by 12 a.m. on August 24. But in a letter dated August 20 and signed by Shorab Deputy Director Kolawole Uluwadare, the organization said the threat to shut down 53 broadcast stations is neither necessary nor proportionate. If carried out, it would offend the legal principles of equity and equality of access to mass communication.
Well, of course, that's going to be our talking point this morning on our view segment. Serap asks federal government to withdraw threat to shut down 53 broadcast station. What will be your reaction at the appropriate time? The number to dial is 081 8777 5777. 081 8777 5777. Moving on. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has extended the ultimatum it issues to the federal government by 2 weeks. The communique at the end of the Extraordinary National Executive Council meeting, (ENEC) meeting, held at the University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital, Kwara State, was signed by the President of Resident Doctors, Dr. Udiya Ishaya, Secretary General, Dr. Abiodun Ismail, and Public Social Secretary, Dr. Alfa Yusuf, stated that the NEC of the resident doctor resolved to further extend their ultimatum by another 2 weeks after observing the federal government's effort at a show of goodwill from National Association of Resident Doctors. This, they believe, will give the federal government adequate time to substantiate their effort, with results which will avert industrial disharmony.
Police tactical teams in synergy with Nigerian Army and local vigilantes in Kebbi State have fought bandits' attack, killed one suspect, and recovered one AK-47 rifle in Oge local government area of the state. According to headlines, the public relations officer of the command SP Nafiu Abubakar revealed this in a statement in Birnin Kebbi. Abubakar said the command received an information that on Sunday or on Saturday at about 3 a.m. bandits in their large numbers invaded Tigi village in Ogi local government area. One K-47 was also recovered. The statement said the Commissioner of Police in the state, Ahmed Mogaji Kotangora, reiterated the command's readiness and determination to secure the boundary communities and the state against banditry.
In the meantime, Edo State Police Command says a suspected kidnapper who engaged its personnel in a gun duel has been killed, while 4 abducted victims have been rescued. A release by the command's deputy spokesperson, ASP Jennifer Igwe, indicates that information from the victim who escaped from the kidnappers' den led to the pursuits of the gunmen. According to him, one locally made single-barrel gun and 4 live cartridges were recovered at the scene, while bush combing is ongoing to arrest the fleeing gang members. In a related development, the command also rescued 4 kidnapped victims in the state, following credible information that hoodlums suspected to be kidnappers dressed in military uniforms emerged from the bush along the Benin-Akure Road, intercepted a car with registration number MM528AA and whisked away the occupant into the bush. The release adds that 4 victims rescued are Okoli Chukuka, Samson Ayodele, Ronke Makede, and a 5-year-old daughter.
In the meantime, government suspected to be cultists over the weekend killed an aide to the local government chairman, Francis Oguntulu. The deceased, who was until his death the chief of staff to the council boss, was attending a social function at Adiyemi Street when gunmen invaded the area and shot at guests. It was not clear as of the time of filing this report if the deceased was the target or he was hit by stray bullets. Headlines revealed that the yet to be identified gunmen just invaded the venue of the event and opened fire on guests. Injured guests at the party were reportedly rushed to an unnamed hospital in Ushodi, where Ogutulu was confirmed dead after some hours.
Social and Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SIRAB, has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to urgently instruct Mr. Lai Mohammed, Minister of Information and Culture, and the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) to urgently withdraw the threat to revoke the licenses of 53 broadcast stations in the country over alleged failure to renew their licenses. That will be our talking point on your view segment this morning. The number to dial is 081 8777 5777. The number, the line is on now. 081 8777 5777. Moving on, gunmen have struck again and abducted 4 Reverend Sisters of the Catholic Church. Report.
Yeah,
Somebody's on the line.
hello, good morning. Hello?
Good morning.
Outstanding morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Shola.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Akipelu on the line.
You're welcome, sir.
I want to share the same opinion with Sarah, and I want to throw my weight behind what they have said. And I want to advise the federal government to please call the NBC to order. Honestly speaking, where cutting of the head is not the solution to headache. If they close down or they renew the licenses for NBC, then how do they get money to pay once they close shop? That means they can't go, business will not go on again. And that money will become a bad debt. What sort of decision is that? I think they should call all the debtors. After all, federal government also is owing. And the federal government is owing. They should call the debtors to the right table. Let them, give assurances of how they will be paying and when they will pay. That is the best thing to do. Not to withdraw their licenses and close their shops. God bless this country. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning. Hello? The Independent National Electoral Commission has said it has no intention to subvert provisions of the Electoral Act 2022 on electronic transmission of results. National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Mr. Festus Okoye, made a clarification in a statement at the weekend. His declaration was on the heels of the story of a national newspaper attributed to him that results of the 2023 elections would be collated manually, despite the legislation on electoral transmission. Mr. Okoye, in his statement, maintained that the electronic transmission of results has come to stay. It adds to the credibility and transparency of the process when citizens follow polling unit level results on the INEC results review portal on the real time on election day. There will be no change or deviation in subsequent elections.
Hello, good morning. The House of Representatives will today quiz the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission over the unilateral planned sale of 5 power plants, otherwise known as National Independent Power Plants, belonging to the 3 tiers of government without following due process. The 5 NIPP plants are Benin Generation Company Limited at Ihuba, Edo State Calabar Generation Company Limited, Cross River State Geredu Generation Company Limited, Kogi State, Olorun Generation Company Limited, Ogun State, and Omotosho Generation Company Limited, Ondo State. Chairman House Committee on Finance, Honorable Abiodun Faleke, said the purpose of the investigative hearing is to address the alleged breach of agreement and perennial power failure in the sector.
In the meantime, Osun State Electoral Tribunal at the weekend fixed one today for the hearing of an ex parte application filed by the state governor, Mr. Adeboyega Oyetola, and the All Progressives Congress challenging the victory of state governor-elect Senator Ademola Adeleke of the People's Democratic Party in the July 16 governorship election in the state. The State Election Petition Tribunal, Mr. David Huma, dropped the hint while speaking with newsmen. He explained that Senator Adeleke had not been served with the court processes on the ex parte application for substituted service filed by councils to the incumbent governor of Osun State. He, however, maintained that if the application sails through, the tribunal would have been empowered to effect service of the court process on Adeleke using other means such as basing it on Adeleke's residence.
In the meantime, the Independent National Electoral Commission's INEC attention says the procedure for result transmission remains the same as in recent governorship election in Ekiti and Osun State, insisting that there will be no change in all future elections, including the 2023 general elections. This is contained in a statement by the INEC's National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee, Mr. Festus Okoye. The statement noted that the misunderstanding arising from a recent short interview granted to a national newspaper on the procedure for results management during elections, during which some interested interpreted the explanation of result management procedure to mean that the INEC has jettisoned the electronic transmission of results and reverted to manual process, saying this is not correct.
To inform the general public, especially those who intend to apply for the Higher National Diploma Program (HND) of the Osun State Polytechnic Ire for the 2022-2023 academic session, that the form is now available for sale at the sum of 15,000 naira only. Applicants are to log into ospoly.edu.ng. Courses are available in the faculties of Engineering, Information and Communication Technology, Science, Financial Studies, and Management Studies. Interested applicants are expected to possess credit passes in English language, mathematics, and any other 3 subjects in the areas of studies. There would be a qualifying exam for the applicants by end of August. Applicants are to use the ATM card of any bank. For more information, log on to www.ospoly.edu.ng or call 08034007555, 09055063355, and 07059606371. Announcer BM Salawu, Esquire, Registrar.
Always a leader. Thinking of where to get qualitative education for your child? Think of Global Leaders Academy. Our creche, nursery, primary, and secondary schools are established in tandem with global standards with qualified and experienced teachers. At Global Leaders Academy, we have state-of-the-art facilities such as comfortable hostel accommodation with maximum security, well-equipped science laboratory, school buses, adequately furnished library, and many more. Oh yes, worship centers are available to accommodate each student's preferred religion. We also take our students for excursion on a regular basis. These and many more reasons are why Global Leaders Academy has been a choice school for parents who desire qualitative education for their children. Visit us today at Global Leaders Academy, located at Plot 1AMB, Oroki Estate, Lameko Junction, Oshobo, or call 0815-928-0037. At Global Leaders Academy, we are not led, we lead, and always a leader.
Moving on, findings by headlines have revealed how insecurity and COVID-19 pandemic have killed most free trade zones in some parts of Nigeria. It will recall that the Nigerian Customs Service in its half-year report for year 2022 said that of the 42 free trade zones in Nigeria, only 25 are active and 15 of them operating in Zone A, 4 in Zone B, 5 in Zone C, and 1 in Zone 7. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I am Nero Babano, calling from Ijesha.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. The news of Serap going to court, to me, is an abuse of court process. You see, when people register to do business, there are conditions that are given to them. All these radio stations or whatever, when they registered, they agreed to go on and do the needful. You see, it's just like somebody driving without driver's license. There's no excuse for that. I think we should stop wasting time on all these frivolous cases here and there. If there are issues about maybe the amount they have to pay is too much, they can sit down with the government and, negotiate. They have to pay for the license of their operation. It is needful. Thank you so much.
contribution. And before we go, let's have a sports story.
Anthony Joshua, British Nigerian boxer, on Saturday in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, apologized over a strange reaction after a narrow loss to Ukrainian Oleska Yuskay. Yuskay is an highly anticipated rematch, beat Joshua on split decision to retain the IBO, IBF, WA, and WO heavyweight title.
Nigerian's Kamaru Usman is confident he will bounce back after losing his Ultimate Fighting Championship with the weight title at UFC 278 to Britain's Leon Edwards. The win for Edwards at the Vivian Arena in Salt Lake City, US on Saturday was one of the greatest comebacks in mixed martial arts history. And with that sports story, we have come to the end of today's edition of Headlines. Join our colleagues tomorrow for another beautiful package. My name is Ulushola Egbodofo.
And on behalf of the producer Muturayo Ayigbayo and production advisor Abimbola Babatunde, I am Adeni Ikendi saying do have a nice day at home.
Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn